Hello guys, Geopila is here and welcome to Design with Geopila. All right, and on this channel what I basically do is to teach you guys how to be a professional graphic designer using your PC and also your smartphone. Also, we are going to be walking through how to be a product designer on this channel. Okay, so but first let's familiarize ourselves with graphic design. All right, so that when we get into product design, you all will understand the basic, then how to go about it. Okay, so right now we are going to be designing this particular flyer before us. Okay, so there are a lot of tools that we are going to be using in designing. All right, so we are going to be using Figma, we are going to be using Corel Draw. For those of you using smartphone, we are going to be using smartphone, then we are going to be using Photoshop probably. All right, that means we are going to be using 4 tools to design this particular flyer. Okay, so but first we are going to be using Figma to design this flyer. Okay, so let's get right into it so that you can see how to go about it and how to get started. Okay, so let's go. All right, so first thing we are going to do is to bring out a frame, like to draw this frame right here. Okay, so I'm going to click on here. Take a look at this. As you can see, it's showing frame. I'm going to click on this, then draw a frame. So before drawing the frame, I'm going to hold shift. So if I do not hold this shift, this is what will happen. Okay, as you can see, it's not scaling. All right, it's not scaling. So if I click on shift, it's going to scale. Okay, as you can see, it's going to scale. So let's drop it here. So it's going to give us this color. And if you take a look at this design, you will notice that the background is black. You notice that the background here is black. Then we have all these other color and images on top of it. So let's go ahead and give it black color. So to do that, you come here. You need to click on the frame. All right, you need to click on this frame, or call it artboard. Okay, so as you can see, if you are not on it, it's not going to show this particular section that you are going to be using in editing. So I'm going to click on the frame, then it's going to be showing us this design section. So click on this field, then pick the color that you need. So I'm going to pick the black color. Then the next thing is to come up with this particular section here. Okay, so again, what we need to do here is to either use this shape, either use rectangle or this frame. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this rectangle. Okay, just draw it. Okay, here we go. You have it here. Then we are going to pick the color. Okay, if you want to pick the color, okay, as you can see, I have the color here, but I'm not going to use this one. Let me pick the one that we have here. So click on this pen, then pick the color. Here is the color. Pick the color. So we have the color. So I'm going to be using this particular color. Okay, so the next thing is to bring make sure it's like this shape here. As you can see what is at the back, the image at the back. So let me just put an image at the back. Okay, let me just put this image. Okay, let me send it to the back. Let me put this image here. Okay, as you can see, we cannot see what is at the back. So what we need to do now, so that we can see what's at the back, is to make sure it's transparent. As you can see, this particular one that we are mimicking, it's kind of transparent. So we're going to bring this here. This is the section we are going to use in toggling the opacity. So let's keep this here. Okay, let's leave it like this. Then we are going to make sure we can see what is at the back properly by bringing out a shape, then mask out this place. So what we are going to do is to click on this rectangle, click on the shape tool, then click on ellipse. So we are going to bring this here. So as you can see, it's not scale. So we are going to click on shift to make sure it does scale. So we are going to bring this here. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this for a reason, which we are going to see together. So I'm going to click on Alt, then drag this out. Okay, so it's going to duplicate it. Then I'm going to hold the two together. Okay, then you come here, come up here, come here, then click on subtract selection. So it's going to subtract this section off of the design. Okay, so I want to shift this image down a little bit. So I'm still going to hold shift so that it will not toggle with how it's been arranged. So here we go, we have the image here. Okay, so here we go. The next thing is to, as you can see, there is an image here, and there is something kind of blurry here. So we are going to come up with that also. So to do that, let me just copy this, duplicate this here. Okay, let me duplicate it here, then increase the size. Okay, increase the size. Okay, I'm going to send it to the back. Okay, to do that, you can click on here. Okay, okay, there, as you can see, bring to front, send to back. Okay, and there is a shortcut for that. Here is the shortcut. See this open bracket and close bracket. Those are the shortcuts. So I'm going to send it to the back. Okay, then what else do we need to do? Okay, so I'm going to import an image into this. Okay, as you can see, this is just an ellipse, so you cannot insert any image into ellipse. Okay, if you want to do that, that means you are going to mask it. Let me show you what I mean by masking. So let's have this here and shift this up. Then I think there's an image here. Okay, let me just copy this image here. Okay, so what I mean by masking is, we are going to send this to the back. Okay, then increase this so that it will fill the circle. So we can go ahead and pick both of them together, then click on it, right click and use mask. It's going to mask it into the picture, into the shape. So take a look at this arc here, this shape that you're seeing here. So you can toggle it. Okay, so you can toggle it. Okay, minus 90, then minus 50. So this is what we want. All right, because you can see there is an image here. Okay, so what we need to do is to go inside of it, just double click it, and you can work with this the way you want. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to reduce the size. So I'm going to do that. If I click on shift and reduce the size, it will work. All right, and there is another way to do that. You can just click on K on your key on your keyboard. Just click on K. It's going to that means you are on scale. Okay, so if you come here, you will see it's scale K. All right, so I'm going to reduce this. Okay, then bring it into this, into our design, then reduce the size a little bit. So let's have it here. Then let's go ahead and bring this blurry one that is at the back. Okay, so we are going to be using this. So I'm going to click on Alt to bring it here. Okay, so let's do away with this, then come bring out frame. So to make sure this is in circular form, you can increase this to 500. The edges, all these edges here, can increase it to 500, then hit enter. It's going to give you this. So what we need to do is to let me just drag this inside of it. Okay, then increase the size, click on shift. Okay, increase the size a little bit So here we go, we have this. So I'm going to drag this inside of the design, then increase the size. Here we go, then send it to the back. All right. Okay, so here we go. So the next thing we have to do is to blur this layer. We're going to blur this layer. To do that, you come here, click on effects, click on effects. Instead of drop shadow, you click on layer blur. You're going to blur the layer, then you are going to click on here, okay, this effect setting, then change this to 10. Okay, as you can see, the layer is now getting blur. So let's say 15. Okay, here we go, let's leave at 15, and we are going to draw a shape up here. This is another shape here. We're going to draw it out here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to give it black color, and then we're going to change the opacity. Here we go. But before we go ahead, let's shift this back a little bit. As you can see here, it's kind of in black and white. The image in it is in black and white. So what we need to do is to double click on it so that we are going to be on the image itself. Okay, then you are going to click on here, come here, click on here, then reduce this, bring the saturation to 0. As you can see, it's now in black and white. Okay, so we are going to bring this to the original state. Let's just use the alignment here. So click on here. So here we go. All right, as you can see, we are moving closer to our destination. We are getting to our targeted design. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this out, but before then, there is this shapes here. So to do that, I then click on here. Okay, click on here. Okay, you're going to drag the arc. You're going to sweep it to the edge. Okay, as you can see, when I dragged it here, it's dropped inside of these elements, inside of this frame. So to bring it out, we're going to look for the frame. As you can see, here it is. So we're going to bring it out of the frame. Okay, it's still there. Let's just get it up here. Okay, so here we go, we have it here. Okay, here we go. So we are going to click on the ratio here, click on the ratio, drag it. Okay, so I think this is what we will have. All right, so we are going to remove the fill, then give it stroke. Remove the fill, then give it stroke. Change the color to white. Okay, let's say 1.5. All right, so here we go, we have it. We have exactly what we want here. Okay, so this is kind of wide a little bit. All right, so we can just duplicate it, Control D to duplicate it, then go ahead and shift this down, shift it down to this section, then increase this one, swipe it a little, then bring it down here. Okay, all right, so here we go, we have our targeted stuff here. Okay, so let's reduce this ratio a little, reduce the ratio. Okay, so this is just a typical step you are going to take to achieve this design. All right, So the next thing is to come write all this text here. Okay, I'm going to write all this text. So click on the rectangle to bring out this shape here. Okay, so I'm going to pick this, then click on Alt and Shift at the same time so that it will be on a straight line. This, then drag this again. As you can see, the distance between them. This is from here to here is 18, from here to here is 18. All right. So the next thing is to click to write this text. Find your style. Okay, find your style. So let me just drag this here and drag this here. Okay, shift this up a little bit. Okay, shift this up. So I'm going to just duplicate this for the text. Find. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, find. Right. So I'm going to increase the size. So I'm going to click on K to scale it up. Okay. So here we go. All right. So I'm going to click on Alt, then your style. Okay. Then and your self. All right, so here we go. So we are going to go ahead and reduce this size. Click on K. Okay, so here we go. We have our targeted design already. So we are going to change this color to this orange. Shift this down a little bit. Then come here, click on here. So here we go. We have a line down here. Click on this pen tool here. Click on the pen tool. Click on shift so that it will be very straight. So if you want to drop your tool, the tool you are holding, click on V. As you can see, it has dropped. Then click on enter. Okay, so if you have done that, let's increase this to 2. So here we go, we have it here. So I'm going to duplicate this. Click on Alt to bring it out here. Okay, so here we go. Then I'm going to click on Alt again, Shift rather, to bring it here. Then change the color to black. Okay, as you can see, here we go. Then website here, change it for the size to like 10, then this to semi-bold. Says website here.com. Okay, so drop the 2. Let's increase the font size to 16. Then this to extra bold is too bold. Click on bold. Then we have it here. Boom, we are good to go. So play around with this to make sure it's look exactly like this. All right, so play with it. So we are going to be in the next video, we are going to be seeing how to use a tool like for Corel Draw and your smartphone to achieve something like this particular design, to achieve a design as awesome as this on your smartphone and in your Corel Draw. All right, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share to whoever you think might need it. All right, so I'm going to see you on the other side where we are going to be learning how to use Corel Draw to achieve this. Okay, so see you.